Good morning. So already we are in a triangles lesson, children. Few problems of the exercise I have solved. Okay. In the last class, the remaining problem of the exercise 5.1 we will continue, children. So the next problem of the exercise is line L is the bisector of an angle A and B is any point on L. Okay, so BP and BQ are perpendiculars from B to the arms of angle A. Show that triangle APB is congruent to triangle AQB. That is the first thing you have to prove. The second thing, BP is equal to BQ or B is equidistant from the arms of angle A. So this is the picture, children. See, A is an angle. Okay. So L is an angular bisector here. B is any point on this angular bisector. So they are giving BP and BQ are the perpendiculars. Okay. Now, what is the thing you have to prove? That APB, which is the triangle, children. See, this is the triangle. This is one triangle APB and AQB. AQB is this. Okay. These two triangles you have to prove as a congruent. Which one, children? This triangle and this is the one more triangle. Got up? So even you have to prove BP will be equal to BQ. Okay. So the same thing is nothing but a B is equidistant from the arms. Okay. That is the thing you have to prove. Now let us start our proof. What is given that you take down? So given is QAP is an angle. Okay. L is the angular bisector. Write down that thing. So when it is an angular bisector, this angle will be equal to this. Which is that? QAB will be equal to BAP. Okay. This is the one thing. And one more thing they have given, BP and BQ are perpendiculars to arms. These are the arms. So that's why BP will be perpendicular to AP, whereas BQ will be perpendicular to AQ. That means angle BPA, okay, or APB will be 90 degree. The same way AQB will be 90 degree. So these are the things we are getting from the data, children. Now let us go to the proof. So we need these two triangles. In that what and all equal we are getting, you just check it out. Already in data we are knowing this angle is equal to this angle. Okay. So which is that angle, you just check it out. BAQ will be equal to BAP. That is the data. And these two are right angles you are knowing. Write down that. AQB is right angle. Here APB is right angle. Even that is from a data only we are getting. And check here, AB is a line that is common for both the triangles. That's why AB is equal to AB common side. Now you can see one angle, one side. That is ASA postulate. From ASA, any three things if you prove as a equal, then they are congruent, children. So that's why here triangle APB will be congruent to AQB. From which postulate? From ASA postulate. So here one thing you can observe, when they are congruent, that time the left side, this BP will be equal to BQ, isn't it? So corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So we got the second proof also here. This is the first proof we are requiring. Here we got the second proof, BP is equal to BQ, which represent B is equidistant from the arms of angle E. Okay, so this problem is solved, children. Now let us move to the one more problem of the exercise. So the next problem is this. So in a right triangle ABC is this is a triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle they are giving. Okay, right angled at C. So M is a midpoint of the hypotenuse. angles. If it is a right angle, the side opposite is AB and M will be the midpoint, they are saying. So, okay. So, M is a midpoint means that time this side will be equal to this side. Clear? Now, M is joined to M and produced to point D. M they are producing to point D. Okay, such that DM is equal to CM. That means even these two are equal sides. Okay. Now, what you have to prove? What are the things you have to prove that AMC triangle AMC. See, this is the triangle, children, is congruent to BMD. This triangle, these two triangles you should take. Okay, and the one more is DBC is a right angle. This is the second thing you have to prove. And one more thing, this triangle DBC will be congruent to ACB and CM is off of AB. These are the four things you have to prove in this problem. Getting? Now, let's move to the proof. So, consider these two triangles only because they have to prove, those two has to be proven as a congruent. So, in triangle AMC and BMD you take down. What is the thing common? You just check it out. So, AM is equal to BM already they have given because M is the midpoint of AB. That's why the sides will be equal. And even CM is equal to MD. Even it is the given thing. Okay. And this one, can you say, children, what is this? Into mark is coming means? Yes, vertically opposite angles, isn't it? Which are that? DMP and AMC. Okay, so they are vertically opposite angles. Now, what are the things we got here? Side, angle. So, that is SAS postulate. From SAS rule, you can say these two triangles are congruent. So, we got the proof. Okay, got the proof there. Now, if they are congruent, which is the left side? This side. AC will be equal to BD, isn't it? So, AC will be equal to BD. It is a CPCT. And even this angle will be equal to this, which is that angle DBM will be equal to MAC. So, DBM will be equal to MAC. So, now you are getting this angle as equal, these sides are equal, isn't it? That time this will be parallel to this. That is, BD will be parallel to AC and BC becomes the transversal. That time you know that when a lines are cut by a transversal, the interior angles, the sum of interior angles will be equal to 180 degree. They are supplementary to each other. That concept I am applying here, children. Angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Because this and this on the same side of a transversal, because this is the transversal, these two are parallel lines. Okay, that concept I am applying. So angle C we are knowing, they only given 90 degrees, substitute that, 90 plus B is equal to 180, that time you are getting B as a 90 degrees. So the second proof also we got. What is the second proof? You have to prove DBC is a right angle we got. Okay. Now let us move to the third concept, children. So what is third concept you are having? Third concept is you should go with DBC. This triangle and this triangle. Okay. Here I am going. So this is our figure. So, here you should prove A, B, C it is, and it is a D, and it is M. Now, which two triangles you should take here now? You have to take this one, DBC. This triangle you should take, and one more is ACB. this triangle you should take. These two you have to prove as a congruent. Okay. So already from the above proof we got DB is equal to AC. That one you take. Then DBC is equal to ACB 90 degree. That also we have proven. Okay. And for both what is common? BC is the common side. Okay. So what are the things we got? One side, angle, side. So from SA's rule we can say that those two triangles are congruent. If they are congruent, this side DC will be equal to AB. This is the CPCT. Okay. So this one will be taken for a fourth proof. So what is the fourth proof? CM is half of AB. You have to prove fourth proof. So for that this thing I am taking. DC is equal to AB. Here just observe. DC can be written as DM plus MC. Isn't it? And because M is the midpoint of CD they have given. And even you can write, if it is a midpoint, CM will be equal to DM. That point also you should take, children. So take this concept. Instead of DC I will substitute this. AB will be as it is. Now MC, instead of MC, CM I am writing. DM is equal to what? CM. AB will be as it is. CM plus CM will be 2CM. So which is equal to AB. So CM is equal to AB by 2. This is nothing but CM is half of AB. We got all the four proofs, children. Okay. Now let us move to the next problem, children. So next you will be having some more properties of a triangle. What you will be having? Some more properties. Here this exercise is based on isosceles triangle, children. Do you know what is isosceles triangle? Yes. A triangle in which two sides are equal, that is called as an isosceles triangle. So if sides are equal, then its opposite angles are also equal. That we can prove by a theorem, children. What is that theorem states? Angle opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. This is the thing the theorem is saying. So first what is required? Triangle is required. Draw one triangle. They are only saying isosceles. Two sides should be equal. Here AB is equal to AC. Okay. So this is the diagram. Write down that as a data. ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. Now, what is the thing you have to prove? Angle B is equal to angle C. That is the thing we have to make the proof. Okay. Now, do one construction, children. What you are doing? You are drawing an angular bisector for angle A. This bisector is meeting BC at D. That is the construction you are doing. Now, we have to compare these two triangles. This one and this one. These two triangles you have to compare here. So, consider those two triangles. What and all you are getting as a equal, just you check it out. Already we know AB is equal to AC. Write down because it is isosceles triangle. And this is the angular bisector they are saying. That's why BAD will be equal to CAD. AD bisects angle A. And you can observe AD is the common side for both. That's why AD is equal to AD. Now what you got here? Yes, A, yes. One side, one angle, one side. That's why it has become a congruent from SA's postulate. If it has become a congruent, the corresponding angles will be equal, which is that angle B will be equal to angle C. We got the proof. Very simple theorem, isn't it? So the converse of this theorem is, if the sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. In any triangle, if you are having a angles as a equal, then the sides opposite to that equal angles will be equal, children. Getting? So based on this property of isosceles triangle, let us move to solve some problems. It is your exercise 5.2. Okay, so what it says, in an isosceles triangle ABC with AB is equal to AC, the bisector of angle B and C intersect each other at O. So we have to draw one triangle here. So ABC is in a triangle. So with AB is equal to AC, that is AB is equal to AC. Then bisector of angle B and C, angular bisector of B and angular of bisector of C meets at the point O, they are saying. Okay, now join A to O. Join it. Now you have to show that OB is equal to OC, and one more thing, AO bisects angle A. These are the two things you have to prove, children. Okay. Now to prove the first thing, OB is equal to OA, let us consider these two triangles. Which one? This triangle and this triangle I am considering. Which are that AOB and AOC triangles I am taking. Already AB is equal to AC we are knowing because sides of isosceles triangle. Even they have said they are the bisectors. So AO is the common side for both, and this angle will be equal to this angle, because if the sides are equal, angles will be equal and their bisector also equal. Based on that you are getting angle B will be equal to angle C. So half of B will be ABO, half of C will be ACO. Okay. Now we got side A, that is angle. That's why from SAS rule we can prove the congruency. If they are congruent, the remained side, which is the remained side, already AO is the common, AB is equal to AC is the, which is the remained side, OB will be equal to OC from CPCT. We got the first proof. Now from this only, this angle will be equal to this angle, which is that BAO will be equal to CAO. That means these are equal angles, means it is bisecting the angle. That's why AO bisects angle A. So both the proofs we got from the problem. Okay, children. Next, the third problem of the exercise. See here. ABC is in a triangle in which altitude BE and CF. Two sides AC and AB are equal, they are giving. Show that triangle ABE, this triangle, and ACF, this triangle, okay, are equal. That is the thing you have to show. Okay, and one more, AB is equal to AC, you have to prove. It is isosceles triangle, you have to prove. Very simple. So what they have taken, that triangles, which triangle you have to prove as a congruency, that triangles only you consider, ABE and ACF you consider. In that already they have given that BE will be equal to CF, because they have given are equal, that's why. And if they are altitudes, they make a 90 degree, so that's why angle AEB will be equal to angle CFA, okay, that is 90 degree. And you can observe angle A is common for both the triangles, okay. So we got side angle, that is ASA rule we got. Therefore triangle AB will be congruent to ACF. First proof we got. Now these two are congruent, means the corresponding sides will be equal, that is AB will be equal to AC from CPCT. Now you have proved both the concept. First one also proved and second one also proved. Now we will move to the next problem of the exercise, children. So the next problem of the exercise is, the triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. See here, ABC is an isosceles triangle in that AB is equal to AC. Now the side BA is produced to D, okay, such that AD will be equal to AB. This side will be equal to this side. Now you have to show BCD is a right angle triangle. This one you have to prove as a right angle. Okay. Now what is given that you write down? Given is AB is equal to AC. And even they have given AB is equal to AD. That's why all the three sides will be equal. Now what you have to prove? You have to prove this as a 90 degree. Now, so take ABC triangle. In that AB is equal to AC. We already know that sides are equal, opposite angles will be equal. That is, this angle will be equal to this angle. Isn't it? Which is that angle? ABC will be equal to ACB. Call it as a 1. It is from a theorem. Okay. In the same way, take this triangle, children. ACD you take. In that AD is equal to AC. That time, this angle will be equal to this angle. Okay. Which is that angle? ADC will be equal to ACD. Call that as a 2. Now, we will move to the one more property of a triangle, angle sum property. Can you say what is the angle sum property of a triangle? The sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree, isn't it? That concept we will take. Which are the three angles here? DBC plus BCD plus CDB is equal to 180 degree. We are applying for whole triangle then. Okay, that will be equal to 180 degree. Now, here from the figure you can observe that one thing you can observe. So, this angle is equal to this and this angle is equal to this, isn't it? So, we are having a DBC means, okay, DBC only write down. BCD can be written as sum of these two angles, BCA plus ACD, isn't it? The same thing I have applied here. DBC I wrote as it is. So, BCD I have split it into two parts, BCA and ACD. What is that you got, I think? BCA plus ACD. BCD can be written as sum of these two. Okay. And this last angle I have kept as it is. Okay. Now the one more thing from the figure, what you can see that this angle is equal to this, isn't it? So in the place of DBC we can write BCA only. So that is the thing I wrote here. In the place of DBC I write BCA. In the same way, in the place of BDC, see here, BDC means this angle is equal to what? This ACD, isn't it? So, in the case of BDC, I wrote ACD only. Okay. Now, these two are BCA. BCA will be equal to 2 BCA. These two are ACD. So, ACD is equal to 2 ACD. Okay. In both, 2 is common. Remove 2 as a common. Angle BCA plus ACD is equal to 180. Send 2 to the RHS part. That time 180 by 2 you will be getting 2 1s are 2 9s are 0s are 90 degree. So, again here you have to go with the picture. So, BCA plus ACD is nothing but BCD, isn't it? So, sum of these two angles is equal to BCD, which is equal to 90 degree. So, we got the proof. So, this completes the exercise, children. The last concept will be learned in the next class. Thank you, children.